Very much. I just wanted to go quickly through the criteria of the awards, the objectives, and then we can open up for questions and so on. The objectives essentially are to give recognition to the exporters, in particular the SMEs. I think more than 90% of our, probably, it depends on how you determine it, probably all of Caribbean exporters are SMEs if you look at a global level. But if we look regionally, of course, it probably would be over 90%. To give recognition, of course, to youth and female exporters, and to give recognition to exporters who have engaged in green technologies, to encourage exporters to innovate. This is very, very, very important, and I'm very happy with what you just spoke about. Because innovation is not just about changing the scientific aspect. It's also innovating in terms of how we market, how we distribute, how we partner. In other words, changing how we do the game. And I think what you just did was critical, leveraging global brands, engaging in the value chain. All of those things are about innovation. And so I just want to congratulate you for that. Thank you. Of course, corporate social responsibility is another thing that we want to recognize very strongly. I don't know if drinking beer is corporate social responsibility, but if it's helpful, we'll recognize it. So the Exporter Awards are the Caribbean Exporter of the Year, which is the overall award. We will recognize an Emerging Exporter of the Year, a Young Exporter of the Year, Female Exporter of the Year, the Green Exporter of the Year, and a special award for excellence in services exports. Minister, you referred to that, and I think that is critical given the contribution of services to our economies. The general eligibility criteria, you must be a majority owned by a CARIFORUM National. CARIFORUM, of course, is CARICOM and the Dominican Republic. You must have an established market presence in at least one export market, regional and international. The product or service must contain significant CARIFORUM content. I don't know, Gail, don't ask me about whether it is 75% significant or 51%. We can go down that road, but I'll cede to you on that. It must have been in operation for at least 3 years and exporting for at least 2 of those years, of course, with the exception of the Emerging Exporter of the Year award. It must be a registered company headquartered in a CARIFORUM country. Produces goods, services that demonstrate significant appeal in the export market, like 10 cents. And must have an annual export earning of at least US 50,000, of course, with the exception of the Emerging Exporter as well. Now, the criteria for the Caribbean Exporter of the Year, the firm should have demonstrated innovation in the area of product development, provided employment with an emphasis on youth and the female population, demonstrated corporate social responsibility in its communities. The Emerging Exporter of the Year, it must have an annual export earning of 20,000 US, been in operation for 3 years or less, and actively exporting for a maximum of 3 years. The Young Exporter, this should be principal, not principal. Principal shareholder must be 35 years or younger, as at December 31st, 2015. I think I just missed it. And must be active in daily operations of the firm. The Green Exporter of the Year, the firm should have prioritized investment in green technologies to enhance competitiveness, realize significant benefits as a result of integrating alternative and renewable energy solutions into its operations. The Female Exporter of the Year, once again, principal, shareholder, owns at least 51% of the firm and must be female. I think that's a given, right? She should be. In this day and age, you just never know. And must be active in daily operations of the firm. Excellence in service exports. The firm must be an exporter of services. The judging criteria. We are establishing a panel, a selection panel that will include representatives from international organizations, the private sector, regional agencies, one representative from Caribbean Export, and Minister, if you have anybody else you can recommend, we'd be happy, and also from the EU Commission. So for all awards, it would be overall business growth as a result of exports, market appeal of products and services, firm's overall export strategy. It's important to know that the firm actually is not just sitting on its laurels, but actually, just looking at how they can expand and move forward. For the Green Exporter of the Year award, it would be environmental impact. For the Caribbean Exporter of the Year, the contribution to development of youth and women, innovation and new product development, and CSR. The nominations process. Nominations for all awards should be submitted to Caribbean Export from business support organizations, private sector firms, government ministries or other trade support institutions, private individuals, I think, can, whoever wants to submit, just submit. Nominations should go to the Exporter Awards at carib-export.com. The deadline, please, please, please. Don't call us on February 28th at 6 a.m. and said you tried to send it and, it just wouldn't go through because our spam blocked it. It's February 27th, 2015 at 4:30 p.m. And it will close Barbados time, Eastern time. The prizes will include priority inclusion in Caribbean exports training and export development services, and also in our communications and publications such as the Caribbean Export Outlook, and a promotional video highlighting the firm, and this would only be for the winner of the Caribbean Exporter of the Year awards. The awards ceremony will be held in Jamaica, April 15th and 16th as part of the CARIFORUM EU Business Forum. We'll have over 150 to 200 participants from the EU, Africa, and the Pacific. The opportunity to display products and to have business-to-business engagements with European buyers and importers.